right, collectors, today on the channel we're going to talk about G.I. Joe Mutt and Junkyard from the G.I. Joe Classified series. I didn't have this figure as a kid, but I did have Doggos as a kid. I had two of them. Wonderful dogs. You know, they're not with us anymore, but gosh, you know, they're just wonderful. Anyways, I know we've had Timber before, but there's a difference between a wolf and, you know, a wolf and a dog, right? A dog is loyal to us humans. A wolf, not so much. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Who knows? But anyways, looking at this figure, gosh, I've got. Anyways, let's you know what? Let's back up. Let's start with just the packaging and see what it's got. I got this figure at the very end of 2023, but I can't count it until 2024 because that's when I've just opened it up and started to review it. I know a few other people have reviewed it as well. I haven't looked at any of their reviews, so I'm not biased to anything. I can only tell you what I see in front of me and from my experience right now. So, taking a look at this figure, here's the box that you get. Guys, the open display here so you can see your figure is back. I love it. Why did we ever get rid of it? I don't know. It feels moronic to me when you can see clearly what you're buying. And it makes things a little harder for Scalpy McScalperson to get away with his evildoer tricks. Anyways, well, he can fool Walmart, but he can't fool us real collectors, right? So here's what you get. You know, very cool concept art here in the side. G.I. Joe logo. Nice big display of what you're going to get on the front. Very nice. On the back, you've got some, you know, digital renderings of the figures, some action shots of them. Looking fantastic. You got some, you know, digital renders here of the close-ups of his different features and then the alternate head that he comes with. Just a lot of great, really nice looking stuff. Just, wow, just really great. Number 113 in the line right up here. There you go. Let's see what's on the side. Some more concept art there. Let me see if I can get it in the picture. Can I? There you go. And what's on the other side? Oh yeah, just some more, you know, concept art there. 113. Whatever. So yeah, that's the box. Am I keeping this box? No, I'm not. I'm not keeping that box at all. It's trash. What I did do though is very uncommon. I usually get, sometimes I get multiples of figures, but for this one, I roll the dice on it. And we'll get to that in a minute. And I picked up 3 of this one. I know it's kind of pricey, but I think this particular figure, anyways, you'll see what I mean in a minute. So let's just start off with Mutt. I believe the guy is Mutt. You can roast me in the comments if I'm wrong. Again, I didn't have this figure. My cousin had this figure. I didn't have it. But I did play with it. But like many of us, we didn't have the ability to buy all these. Our parents didn't have the ability, not me. My parents didn't have the ability to buy all these for everybody. So let's look at these figures aesthetically. First thing we'll do, there his face looks great. I don't see any, no, there's not even really that much sloppiness to it. It looks really great. Very good detail on his head. Very good detail on that 5 o'clock shadow. He's got some chest on his, some chest. He's got some hair on his chest there. He's got some forearm hair. Well, you can't see it on this side because this blocks it up. Looks like the Mutt of old. Looks very much so. You've got that little, badge there that he's got with his, I guess those are shotgun shells maybe. I don't know. He doesn't come with a shotgun. Got a little sheath there for his weapon. Maybe that's a bulletproof vest there. He's got his little dog handler glove over here. Yeah, he's got a little holster there for his weapon. Just looks great. Great looking figure. Great use of colors. Very much recalling the old version of him. I like it. I really like this figure. I really like the use of the color. I really like how it harkens back to the original. Did I have any experience with dog handlers in the military? No. And the funny part is, I actually had more experience in my private sector job, the first 20 years of it, working with law enforcement. I wasn't law enforcement by any means, but I did work with a lot of them. What I used to do, and it was they really loved their service animals. They weren't pets; they were workers, and they took care of them, and they took care of each other really, and there was a special bond there. So I saw how they trained them. I saw how they how these guys were training them and stuff, and there was a lot of work and stuff that goes into it. I didn't know the details of how and everything, but I did see all the care and all the hard work and love that went into this, just to train the animal, right? So what do I think of it? I really like this figure. I really do. Aesthetically. Now let's look at the Doggo. Here he is. I mean, come on, man. Who doesn't like the face there? He looks great. He looks fantastic. He's got all the articulation where you need it. His head turns up, down, all around. Easily swappable head, and we'll get to the other one in a minute. His paws articulate up here, another joint there, another joint here in the small paw area. Now, I did have a little bit of an issue back here with this hind leg. I have to kind of push into it, and I did have to get some oil in it to make it do its thing. Here, hold on, because it's tightened up a little bit on me. Let's see if I can get it back out there. There's that. Then I had to kind of push it to do that. It wasn't nice. It wasn't nice, and I did have to play with it a little bit to make it do its thing. But eventually, see, it'll do its thing. But it's not nice. It doesn't play nice with me. So I'll have to continue to tinker with it. Let me see on this one. Boy, it's really hard, and I really don't want to break it. So there's that. I know it clicks further up, but I just really don't want to break it. But anyways, it does move, and it does provide a range of motion there. So he does have a joint here, and he does have a little joint here on his paw. But yeah, this was really tough for me. I'm just having a tough, there it goes. There's that one. Let me see this one. Boy, it's really tough for me to get that one going. But you can straighten it out. I'm going to have to keep playing with these, heating them up, playing with them. You can hear it clicking there because I know it's there, but it was real tough for me. But overall, and I know I got into the articulation, I got a little ahead of myself, but so we already started with the articulation on this one. Very well articulated. Nice. He looks great. Just looks great. So let's set him down. The way that they look, I'm going to give them easily, because they harken back to the original figures, easily a 5.0. Easily. Because of the way they harken back, the way they look, just great. And again, my rating scale is number 1, throw it in the 1 to 5. I rate them figure from 1 to 5. 1, throw it in the trash. 2, give it to Goodwill. Maybe somebody else will love it. 3, it's a meh, take it or leave it. 4 to 4.5, it's a solid figure. 4.5 to 5, great figure. And every now and then we turn it up to an 11 with a 5.1, and it's a must-have. So, looking at this one, again, it's a 5. To me, this is a 5. Just, the design, all the artwork that goes into it, how it harkens back to the nostalgic feelings. He just looks great. To me, he looks exactly what I've expected him to look like. Nothing less, nothing more. So, I dig it. 5, aesthetically. Just great. Exactly what I asked for, exactly what they promised. It's exactly what I got. So, articulation, you already saw the pup, what he's got for articulation. Very well done. Oh, I also forgot to mention he can do this. He can kind of wag his butt. And he does come a little bit out that way and out that way on this side too, but very little. And yeah, he has the articulation there, and there. What else? Where else can he articulate? just really well done. So nice. And let's see Mr. Mutt. See what he can do with his head. He can look up, he can look down. That's very, very good right there. You can look way up, you can look way down. So that's very nice. Turn to the side a little bit. There you go. Can turn right to left. That's fine. And he can do a very nice T-pose. So perfect, perfect. Cut at the bicep, double jointed, pinless elbows, perfect. And he has a ton of hands, and we'll get those in a minute. He's got some that are, you know, dice rolls and some that are trigger hands, just all over the place. Now, crunch. He doesn't have any crunch because he's got this thing in the way. I mean, he's got some, but with this thing in the way, he doesn't have very much. So, I mean, it is what it is. If we took this off, I'm sure we could do it. But for the most part, it is what it is. He does have a twist there at the waist, drop down elbows, cut at the thigh, double jointed, pinless knees, cut at the boot. He does have ankle pivot. I mean, standard G.I. Joe stuff. The great part about this one is no issues there, and it wasn't really a problem. A lot of the G.I. Joes now, or the classifieds, are having issues here, but this one had no issue. I can feel it giving. I can feel the tension, and it's not a lot, and it's not a ton, so it moves very well. Let's take a look at the accessories before we rate them all together. Articulation is on point for that guy. He's just set. He's set. Articulation is set for him. Great job. Let's take a look at the accessories real quick. He comes with this nice little helmet. Very reminiscent to the Gulf War era helmets I wore, except mine were green. I guess this one's a dark metal. I don't know. Let's see what this one is. This is his face, his secondary face, the angry face. Those eyes are a little bit disconcerting, but there he is. His growly face, very nice. I don't want to put it on camera because it's a little disconcerting. That was weird. All right. He does have an M16 there. It looks like an M16. That's probably not an M6. Probably you know, the other one. What is it? The MP4 or M4, something like that. I don't know. So probably the shorter one, not the one I was raised with. But here it is. It is curvy. You know, part of the problem with that packaging, I think, was it bent all as soon as I can, I'm going to just probably put a Valaverse weapon on him because it's just, look at this. It's just so bendy. It's a shame, but it's nice. It's a nice weapon, but it's all bendy all over the place. He does have this sidearm with him as well. Very nice. You get that, and then you get the nightstick or the club. To club people over the head with it. I really like these clubs. I think they're a virtual, you know, they're a critical component to, you know, some of your figures there. Billy Club, Police Club, I don't know what it is. So anyway, so here it is. There's that. Now you've got two pairs of goggles. I'm thinking one of them is for his helmet and the other one is for his face. I don't know. Or maybe one goes on the pupper. I don't know. I'm not sure. But he's got two pairs of them. So that's cool. I didn't try it on. And he also has this rebreather, which is kind of neat. I didn't try it on his face yet, but definitely like these kind of rebreathers. They add more character to the figures. So he has that. And now let's go over... Oh, last thing, he has a knife. A little bit bent, but we can work that out with some heat. So there it is. And then I've got him with his kind of like this direction kind of hand, or maybe he's holding out his hand to train, you know, a Junkyard over here, and he comes and bites him on a little bit. He's got his trigger hand over here, so there's that. He comes with a ton of hands. Fist hand on the right, but this is the only fist hand you get. He has this other trigger. Actually, this is more of a, he's holding the reins over there for a Junkyard back here. So that goes in there on his right hand. Left hand trigger hand. There it is. Very cool. And he has another, I guess this one's for like, come here, pup. Or kind of, you know, telling you to come hither. I don't know, kind of hand. It's not really a pointing hand. It's like a more come hither hand. And then you do have a pointy hand. I always love pointy hands. You never know when you're going to need a pointy hand. So he does have a pointy hand. Love that on his right arm. And then I'm not sure, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments what this one's for. I guess this one's to hold a treat or something. I'm not 100% sure what this one's for. But maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below what this particular hand is for, and I appreciate it. So I couldn't tell. I mean, I'm sure it's closed for a reason. I'm sure there's something in particular that goes here. So I wasn't able to figure that out. But all right. With everything being said and everything, being equal, this particular figure, to me, this figure and this pup have so many uses. He could be a troop builder almost, because he is kind of one of those figures that's kind of, the uniform looks kind of standard, right? So I really like the design of it, and I like the way it goes with his pup. You could have kind of a small army, patrol canine units, right? So to me, with all of these accessories, with all of these hands, the articulation is on point. I'm going to say it's a 5. With all of these things, that I might get some flack for it. And you know what? I don't care. It's fine. I'm going to give this figure. Oh guys, I can't. It just looks like he chopped off that poor dog's head. I don't like it. To me, this figure is a must-have. It's a 5.1. This, the first. I mean, I might have recent bias, but it's been a long time since I've declared and I've been this happy about a figure. This figure is a 5.1 easily. It's just. It's going to be hard to dethrone this figure. I may have just discovered one of my top 5 figures for 2024, because that's when I opened and I reviewed it. It's going to be hard to get over this one. This one is hands down awesome. Just awesome. Everything we were promised, Hasbro delivered on this one. So now we've had a few wins now for Hasbro, right? We've had the Hiss Tank, we had the Fire Team, we have this guy. Just Hasbro is delivering and firing on all cylinders, or the G.I. Joe team's firing on all cylinders for this. So whenever Hasbro does right, like I said, whenever companies do right, I think it's important for us to reaffirm that they've hit a home run. And Hasbro, you hit a home run with this one right out of the ballpark. But when companies do wrong, I'm going to tell you about it, Hasbro. Nobody pays me for these reviews, and nobody's getting paid off of these reviews, and I'm an amateur. So, but I am a hardcore fan, and maybe I share some of your guys' opinions, and maybe Hasbro needs to hear that. So when you do good, I'm going to tell you do good. This is a home run. You did outstanding, Hasbro. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That's the review. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you hung around for this long, if I've entertained you, amused you, or informed you. Oh, man, today... I got so close on that. We're really close on finishing up that vehicle, that larger vehicle. And I actually, my wife found another one. But this time they'd increased the price from $17.88 to $22. I don't know if people are catching on to this vehicle, and I might be late to the party, but I don't think a lot of people have known about it. But anyways, we'll be showing that later on. This week for sure, it's going to be popping up. And you guys, hopefully you guys like it. So get ready for that. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and grateful for allowing me to grow this channel like we do. I'll probably put up a video hunt after this. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. And as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these out.